Well, welcome to our session today, Becoming a TCI Coach in Your School or District. My name is Kelsey Moore, and I am an account manager here at TCI and also get to lead our brand new coaches in our TCI Coach program. So excited to have you here. I'm just looking at the chat in here. We've got some peeps from New Jersey, from Michigan, Illinois, Florida. Love it. So great. I'm so glad that you're here. Also, Rebecca, I see that you're also a Ted Lasso fan, so that's great. But it is great to see everybody and have you join us today. This session this morning, we're going to be talking about what does it mean to be a TCI coach. And so prepare yourself as we go through. But a couple housekeeping things that we're going to go through today. Oh, before I jump in, though, I should introduce my co-host. Carolyn, I'm so sorry. I was just going to move forward, but I am joined by a colleague of mine, Carolyn. Carolyn, do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Carolyn Pastrito, and I head up the marketing team here at TCI. Nice to see all of you.
Awesome. And Carolyn will be telling me if I don't see one of your comments in the chat, even though I have it open, it's possible I'll miss you. So if you have a question, throw it in there, either in the Q&A or the chat. We'll be monitoring that today. Make sure we address those things. When you chat, if you can throw it into, make sure it says everyone. That way we can all see your responses. Also, if you'd like closed captioning enabled, the closed captioning option, and so that you can be able to see that today. So those are just a couple housekeeping things for our session. Oh, before we do this, okay. So here's the deal. I am a former classroom teacher. I've been with TCI now for, going on 8 years. But one of the things I would always do in my classroom on Friday is trivia. I know it's not Friday, it is Thursday today. So I do know the day of the week, but I'd always do trivia. And one of the things that about being a TCI coach is we're a group that has a lot of fun. So this is something that we do a lot of games, play a lot of games, really build that camaraderie. So today we are going to have some trivia. So the only thing that you can win is really kudos. So just keep that in mind. I don't have like a fun prize, but there is the pride of being the best. Okay, so here we go. We'll have these like little trivia time breaks as we go through today. So prepare yourself. Throw it in the chat when you know the answer, even though I already showed this one. All right, who will be the oldest head coach in the upcoming NFL season? If you know it, throw it in the chat. Let's see. I mean, I can't stop you from Googling the answer. So I'm not going to tell you not to do that. Okay. But if you know who the oldest, these are all coach themed trivia questions. I'll just also give you that heads up, isn't there? Pete Carroll. Yeah, look at this. You guys have, did you Google it? Did we, or did we get it? I don't know. But yes, you're 1,000% right. The Raider. I would like to say the word Raiders how you have written it in there. This is actually, I have this trivia question here because my husband is a Raiders fan. I know it's kind of embarrassing, but he is. And so, yes, Pete Carroll, the Las Vegas Raiders, he will be the oldest head coach in this upcoming NFL season. So there you go. All right. So that's our first trivia question. I think I've got 4 of these today. So prepare yourselves. You never know. In fact, I might not remember when one will come up. So, I'll be surprised as well when we click through these slides. But before we jump in and hear more about what does it mean to be a TCI coach, I would love to hear from you. What is a coach to you? We've used Mentimeter today already in our main session. If you joined us this morning, Bert and Brian did that. So this is a different code than the one that they used today. So you can either scan that QR code in the top right-hand corner or go to menti.com and use that code. But I would love to hear from you. What is a coach to you? What does a coach mean to you? When I think about this question for myself, I think about a lot of the different people in my life who have helped to coach me through, but one that I just will never forget is my speech and debate coach, Janet Wilford. She, all 4 years of my high school experience, really walked me through not just how to be a better speaker, how to compete in events, but really, truly was just one of those people that helped coach me through life. I was that kid that sometimes sat alone at lunch, and I always knew I had a place to go to in her classroom. So really more than just teaching me the skill of that speech and debate skill, but really just some life things. So anyway, when I think of a coach, that is the person that I think of, but I would love to hear from you. What do you think of when you hear coach? And I'm going to open up your responses in here. Oh, look at this. I love it. Thank you for those of you who are throwing some stuff in here. A partner, someone who can support, encourage, and challenge me, someone to count on, a mentor, someone who shows you the right path, right? Encourages you to be the best person you can be. Absolutely. A listener, a mentor, helping your colleagues and yourself become better. Someone who's supportive, knowledgeable, willing to work and find answers. Yes, goal oriented, motivated, provides support and general guidance. Someone who listens and gives space for you to figure things out. Absolutely. Thank you for all of you that threw that in there. That is right. And I think a coach means something a little bit different to all of us, but you see that common thread, right? Of that mentor, that person that supports you, that walks you through maybe new things, right? And helps to teach as you go through. And really, that's what a TCO coach is going to be, right? This is a new program that we've started here at TCI to really develop TCI teachers who are willing to be a coach to other teachers in their district, at their school site, really be all of the things here that you've mentioned: a mentor, a listener, someone who's supportive, someone to count on for your school site, for your district, where other teachers who are maybe new to TCI or aren't as familiar with how TCI works and what that looks like, that you're able to walk alongside of them. And it's not just one of those things where we're saying, okay, go be a coach, but we want to equip you, give you the tools here at TCI so that you can do that at your school site in your district. And so today, I'm going to talk about our program, which is new, tell you about some of the pieces of our program, the perks of being a part of the program. And my hope is that by the end of our short time together today, you will all take the steps to join our coach program here at TCI. So thank you for participating in that today. And let's jump in. What are we going to cover? We're going to look at what is a TCI coach, what professional developments options are available for you. How are we going to support you now and moving forward? So those are just a couple of the things that we're going to do. Something else that you'll see as we go through, much like our trivia, which will just sort of pop up as we go, you'll also see and hear from some of our current TCI coaches and some of the things that they appreciate about being a coach. And so you'll hear a couple of those videos, starting with this first one right here. If you were in our main session this morning, you heard from our CEO and founder, Dr. Bert Bauer, about our coaches camp. We actually had our very first in-person, actually, that's not true, our second in-person coaches camp, but brand new. We're trying something new this year, which is bringing some teachers together. We've had one in Florida, we had one in California, and brought coaches together to really get some hands-on training. And I want you to hear from one of our coaches from this last week about what it means to be a TCI coach.
I teach at Corona. My name is Ernesto Rangel. I teach at Corona Norco Unified School District. I teach 10th and 11th, World History, U.S. History, with Ethnic Studies embedded. My favorite part about being a TCI coach is accessibility. So any support that you might need with TCI, you get it quickly. And so for me, that was probably like one of the, the best thing about it. But also too, the how to navigate, the TCI. It's fairly simple as well too. So I think that all incorporates into what I love about TCI.
All right, awesome. And we had a great time together.
My name is Ernesto.
We had a great time, but I don't want to see it again. But we had a great time being all together as coaches to be able to support each other and to learn more about this program. And that really is one of the perks about being a TCI coach. But really diving into what does a TCI coach do? And I threw a QR code up here in the top right. And Carolyn is awesome. She put it in the chat so you can get into our website to see a little bit more about this. And we'll dive into the website in a little bit. But what does a TCI coach do? A TCI coach is going to help new teachers, right? So you are, whether it be at your school site or maybe at the district level, our coach group that we have right now is made up of teachers in the classroom. It's made up of TOSAs. It's made up of administrators, of anyone that really touches a place where TCI is implemented in the district. So helping new teachers that are coming into the district that maybe didn't get a formal training, isn't sure how to get started, walking alongside of them, exactly what everybody put in that Mentimeter, right? That mentor relationship that you can have with new teachers. So that's one of them. Communicating product updates. So one of the things as a TCI coach is you will be the first to hear some of the new things that we have in our platform. In this summit today, we've got lots of different sessions, including what's new with TCI. So that's one of our sessions that we've got. But as a coach, you will get that information before other teachers. So you knowing how to take that information and communicating that with your colleagues, with your department, with your teachers that use TCI. That's a huge part of this. Hosting curriculum planning sessions, right? We're going to give you the tools to do it. It's not just, okay, go out and do this, but we'll share some with you today. How can you really help, again, your colleagues? How do I plan with TCI? What does that look like? Modeling a TCI lesson. That was probably the most popular part of our coaches camp that we just had earlier this week, was being able to see someone model, what does that lesson look like in TCI? How do I move the desks out of the way and get everybody up and moving and around the room? If I see it once, then it's so much easier to implement it myself. So really, as a coach, being willing and able to model, what does TCI look like in your classroom for your colleagues to be able to see. Sharing feedback with us. So TCI stands for Teachers Curriculum Institute. We are a company that is made up of teachers, right? We're by teachers for teachers. We want to hear your feedback. So if there's things that as you're in the program, you're like, oh man, this could make it better, or this is something that could be an improvement, or my colleagues are saying that this, there's a typo here. I mean, it could be anything. We want you to hear and to share that feedback with us. And so that's an opportunity as a coach that you have, is to communicate directly with TCI to say, here is what we would like to see. And the for me, as someone who has worked with TCI now for many years, that's my most favorite thing about working for TCI, is we listen to teacher feedback and we implement it. And I love when I can go out to school districts and talk with them and say, hey, your feedback matters. So that's an opportunity as a coach that you have. And then some perks, because I think being a part of a program, you want some things here that are going to benefit you. So what is it? We'll get you a TCI coach badge. You'll earn professional development hours being a TCI coach. You have an opportunity to earn some swag specific just to coaches, some recognition. So I'm going to share some things with you today, but social media shout outs. And then, as I've already talked about today, some opportunities to come in person to join for a coaches camp and get some of that PD. And that's something brand new that we started this year. This program has really, we just kicked it off at the summit last year, so it is pretty new. But that coaches camp is something that we're diving into more this next year, and seeing maybe there'll be a coaches camp near you that you can come join. So those are just a few of the things that you can look forward to about being a part of our coaches program. Oh, trivia time. I told you I would be surprised, all right, when they popped up here. So, next trivia question, get your chat ready. Which NBA coach has the most, I can't even see, has won the most championships as a head coach? Vanessa, you were on it. Yes. Wow, Phil Jackson, look at that. Gustavo, great. Yes, all of you. Yeah, Vanessa, I love it that you are you like waiting over the chat to send it in. I love it. That's how I am too. I'm like, I've got to do it. Although I'm terrible actually at trivia. That's why I like running trivia, because I'm not very good at knowing the answers. But yes, Phil Jackson has the most wins as a head coach. I know I already shared that my husband is a Raiders fan. We're a Bay Area family, so we are Golden State Warriors fans for life. I don't know why I shared that. It has nothing to do with this question, except that it was about the NBA, but maybe there's some other Golden State Warriors fans here today that can join me with Go Dubs. I don't know. But anyway, Phil Jackson is right. So great job for those of you that threw that in the chat there. All right. Bay Area, Laura Levitt. Yes, Golden State. I'm so glad that you're here. But another thing about why TCI coaches love the program, Zoe joined. She was one of our very first coaches that joined. We met last year, and she has been one of those faithful office hours attendees for our coaches. But I love what she says. The TCI coach program has made it easier for teachers to help and share their exciting classroom experiences. And as a coach, learning about TCI has been an eye-opener. It's truly an amazing program. And so we'd love for you to join us and join myself, join Zoe as being part of the team here. So just another little plug. And this whole thing, right? My hope and my goal for you is when we get to the end of this session, you will join us for this coaches program. All right. What does it mean to be a TCI coach? Carolyn, I believe, threw this in the chat, but I'm going to just go ahead and open this up in here today. Everything that I'm talking about in terms of what does the program look like and what is included, you're going to see that right here on this page. In fact, you'll see even a little Become a TCI Coach sign up today button right at the top. So my hope is some of you, as we're in here right now, can go ahead and hop in here and do that. But this is a great resource for you to hear a little bit more about what the program looks like in terms of what support you get, what resources are available to you. So if you scroll down here, we can look at our resources. Getting our monthly community newsletter is huge. Early access to beta features. So one of the things that you'll hear at the summit is an opportunity. We have a brand new grade book that's going to go live. But something fun is our coaches had access to that before everybody else and can get a chance to get in there and to see that and kind of test it out, give us feedback on those features before they go live to everybody else. So it is a really great opportunity to be able to see what are some of those benefits or what are some of those features that TCI is going to release to us to be able to see those. Office hours. So this is something that we will try again this year and to host these where we will have an office hours, maybe myself that's in there, just as an opportunity for you if you have questions from your district and you're like, gosh, I don't know how to answer them. Who can support me? Where you hop on with me and be able to ask those questions, be able to see some of those new features before they go live. So being able to join me for that. We also have a Facebook teacher group. I'm going to give you a QR code here before the end of the day today for you to be able to join that. But it is a great community to be able to ask questions, get support, get feedback from other TCI educators, sharing favorite lessons, ideas, modifications, things like that in that Facebook group. So being able to join that with us. And then we have a special professional development course designed just for you, which we'll dive into in a little bit this morning. And dependent upon, well, I say this morning, it's this morning for me. I know it's not this morning for Carolyn and for some of you, but for me it is. But we'll give you an opportunity to actually get started to take that course today so that you can get in there. And Carolyn, I love it. Thank you for throwing the Facebook group post in there as well. So we'll dive into that PD course here in just a little bit. And you'll just see some more things in here about what it means to be a TCI coach, some of those perks that we just talked about, your badge, your PD hours, your swag, your recognition. One of the pieces about recognition, we attend lots of conferences here at TCI, right? I'm in California, so CCSS is a big one that we attend, and we love to pull in our coaches to help with presentations or to be a part of those conferences. So an opportunity to really step up your leadership opportunities. And just going to throw this out there, those of you that are joining today, I'd love to have some of you join me for this session next year, encouraging other people to be a TCI coach. So lots of opportunities for you to be able to dive in and to be able to do that. All right. Let's hear from another coach, Nicole. She's awesome. She currently works with 14 elementary social studies teachers. They all use the same curriculum, but sometimes they have questions about how something works or what they can do to approach things differently. And the training that she's received as a coach has helped with that. As a coach, she's able to share what she's learned with her team, and that has been great. And Nicole also was one of our very first coaches to join, and love that she is a part of the program and is able to take what she's got from here back to her school sites. Oh, all right. Here we go. Trivia time. Are you ready? I don't know. I'm waiting. Vanessa, are you going to be the first one to put it in here? But who was the first female coach to win The Voice? I have to admit, I've actually never watched The Voice. But I wanted to make sure it wasn't all sports coaches trivia that I threw in here today. Okay. So I was looking for some other coach trivia, but I've never watched The Voice. Should I watch it? I don't know. Maybe you convince me to know. Vanessa, that's okay. I didn't know this one either. But yes, Jennifer Christina is the correct answer. Christina Aguilera. She was the first female coach to win The Voice. I don't see any major, like Kelsey, you should really watch this show in the chat. So I have too many other shows that I'm watching, so it's probably good. But all right, there you go. I love it. Jennifer, you're on it today. Thank you for winning this round of trivia time. It's awesome. All right, let's hear from you. I was just a guess. Oh, Jennifer, you don't watch it either and you got it. That's amazing. All right, let's hear from another one of our coaches from this last week at our coaches camp.
My name is Kim Saliba. I work for Albert Unified School District, and I am an instructional specialist for English learners. One of my favorite parts about being a TCI coach is learning all of the strategies to get students engaged. It seems like a really robust program that is not your basic teacher lecturing to students. It's more students finding out about history through inquiry and exploration. The one thing I'm excited to
Ooh, there we go. Awesome. So just another promo, another reason, another testimonial from one of our current coaches as to why
my name
she
is Kim
loves the
Saliba.
program. Okay, Kelsey. All right. Now I promised we would dive in a little bit to what does the professional development support look like for you, right? Because um, maybe you won't have an opportunity to attend one of our in-person coaches camps. Maybe that's not something that will work out. I hope so. I hope that you'll be able to come join us for one of those in-person opportunities this next year. I know we want to expand those and offer those in more places. So hopefully you can. But if not, like how do you get up and running with this? Um, in your TCI teacher's account, you actually have a course that's designed specifically for you. So we're gonna go live here right now. I'm in a sixth grade program, Ancient World. Doesn't matter the program that you are in. So if you're following along with me and you want to be signed into your TCI account to do this right now, I would encourage you to do that. But right at the top left-hand side of your TCI program, you'll see underneath my programs this area that says professional development. And if you click on that, you'll see a lot of really great courses. I think that you should probably take them all. Honestly, I learn something new each time I look at them, so they're really great in here. But if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you'll see that we've got a TCI coaches course here, and you're going to go to actions, view the course. So I know I suffer from the disease of fast talking, so I just want to show you one more time. But up at the top under professional development, scroll down to see your TCI coaches course there. And you'll see, you get past the first couple slides where it kind of tells you how to take one of these courses, which is good to know. Brian, who you heard from this morning, who is one of my favorite people, he's so awesome. And we'll give you a little introduction to the course. But then we'll dive in and we're going to see, well, let's hear from Brian and hear what he has to say.
I think back to my time when I started as a classroom teacher in 1992. I was excited not only to be a classroom teacher, but I also coached football and basketball at junior high. And I loved it because I was able to help young people not only in the classroom as their social studies teacher, but also help them outside of the classroom in athletics and in life in general. And may even be a similar story for you, and certainly why you're here. We're excited that you're here because you're going to be able to provide a valuable role as a TCI coach, supporting your colleagues as they use TCI and also helping to establish a link between the teachers and TCI. But you may have very specific goals too, or at least we hope you do. So this is a good time to stop and reflect even before we start. What are your goals for being a TCI coach?
Awesome. Oh no. Wow, I really am loving the double clicking the videos today, everybody. I would love to hear from you if you throw this in the chat. Maybe you're considering being a coach, but if you were to join the program, which I hope that you do, what would be some goals for you as to why you would be a TCI coach? If you're thinking about some things, throw it in the chat. I'd love to see what those are. But just like Brian said, we're going to really give you opportunities to think through. There's lots of videos in here. There's some goals for you. We're going to give you a notebook. I'm going to show this to you right here that will walk you through kind of all of those pieces that I just told you about, the helping new teachers, communicating product updates, all of those things. We'll give you this notebook guide to go through. And I'm looking in here, Rebecca, to just understand the text better to share with your team. Absolutely, right? You will get I mean, I think about this all the time as a teacher, right? We attend professional development so that we can understand things better to be able to help other people. So this is an opportunity as you learn TCI more, you're able to communicate that with your colleagues. So I love that. To try, let's see, what are some other things in here? To be able to support our dual language Spanish teachers, yes, absolutely. For sure, to try to get everyone on the same page, have a nice flow. Yes, the more you know and understand, the easier it will be to help other people. Absolutely. To share information with your colleagues. Kendall, I love it. You already signed up. Perfect. That's great. That is how you're doing it. If you are here, be like Kendall, sign up for the program. You could do that right now while I'm talking. I will not be offended, mostly because I have no idea that you're already doing it. So please go do it. But better supporting your colleagues, absolutely. Understanding the program better, to be able to help social studies teachers, yes. To assist teachers in K-8, absolutely. Heather, as I'm reading this, you have some of those K-2 teachers who don't have a lot of time to delve into the program. But yes, for you to be able to kind of share with them how it works and how to use it. Absolutely. And that was one of the big things we saw at our coaches camp. In fact, I think my next video, so I don't want to like jump into it, but is one of our districts here in Southern California who said the same thing. Like I am going to take this back and from an admin side, be able to help our teachers that are struggling, maybe don't know how to use the program to be able to use it better. So I love that. Yeah. So as you're in that course, and spoiler alert, depending upon what time we finish with this today, I may give you a couple minutes to actually start on the course. So we'll see how it goes. But when you are in here to jump in to take the course, you'll see that the activities are set up for you. So you can go in and each one will have a little video for you. You'll have a video, you'll be able to explore the account. So it's not just like a sit and get when you take this course. You'll watch the video, you'll click on explore the account, you'll have some questions that you answer. And this course, when you complete it, you'll get a certificate at the end of it. So this is kind of beyond the signing up to be a coach on that first site that I gave to you. This is step 2 would be to come in here, take this professional development course to get you really set up for that. And then you're in, and we can go forward from there. So I'd love for you to be able to do that. And thank you for all of you that threw something in the chat. I really appreciate you doing that. And we'll dive into that course here in just a little bit. And like I said, give you some time to do that. Okay, at Coaches Camp, a couple other things of what some of our coaches had to say about the program. I just love this. We did I'm sure lots of you have done this many times, but we did a lot of those big poster papers and people were putting stickies up all throughout the time as we're talking about things, but just asking, what are some of the takeaways that you have from our time together about being a TCI coach? And here are some of the things that our teachers said. They can't wait to show new teachers how TCI supports the CSTPs, which is in California, our brand new teachers to clear their credentials. Planning to add weekly communication about TCI and district newsletters. I said our admin that joined us for the camp, that was one of their big takeaways, was like, oh my gosh, there's so many things that I'm learning as a coach. We can throw it in a district newsletter so that everybody can see those new pieces, the new features in TCI that maybe otherwise they wouldn't be able to see. So I love that. I'm reminded to use my voice. TCI does listen. I shared that at the beginning, that sharing feedback with us is huge. We want to hear your feedback. Sharing with your site that TCI will save time, planning and prepping. It is your lesson plan. Absolutely. I think that was one of the things that was really awesome about our coaches camp and our time together this last week was there was so much of, we get into as teachers, as admin, we get into our zone, right, for planning or for the new year, and we just go with what we know. But being able to see, oh my gosh, there is actually more in TCI that maybe I didn't know was there, and having the opportunity to have someone kind of walk you through that and show you that was really fun to be able to do. I've gained confidence to do the TCI activities and tailor them to my students' needs. Everyone's coaches' energy has motivated me. It was such a great time to be together. Everybody was so excited to be able to take back what they learned to their district. So it was such a sweet time in our coaches camp. I can now teach teachers and students how to navigate TCI with ease. I got to move my Zoom camera here out of the way. I can't wait to show my grade level team about the slideshows and the best ways to edit them. I mean, there's so many things that like that editing capability that we've had has been there a long time. But again, you got to get caught in, I don't know, this is how I use TCI and this is what I'm done. But being able to explore and to see, oh my gosh, there are so many other ways I could use it. And then I love this one. The more you know, the better you can serve. Sort of felt like that was one of those like public service announcements. Do you guys remember those? Like the more you know. Anyway, the more you know, the better you can serve. I'm learning great tips to share. And that really is our hope for this coaches program, is that you're able to learn new things and take them back to your team to be able to dive into it. Also, okay, I know I have been just doing a lot of talking. So I would love to hear, are there questions about the program, about how you get started, about what you can do here? Mother, I love it. You're old enough to remember that. Yes, the more, or am I old enough? I mean, I am, but yes, the more you know. I can even hear the chime. I can hear the chime, but again, I'm not good at like voices or impressions or things like that. So I can't, much like I can't yell Raiders like we have it in the chat here. But questions for me about the program or any wonderings kind of about what it means to be a TCI coach, I would love to hear them. You can throw them in the chat, throw them in the Q&A. Carolyn, I'm watching the chat here and I don't see anything.
Not
Am
yet.
I missing
don't
anything?
see anything. Oh, here comes one.
Okay, what obligations do you have once you complete the training? Great. There's not an obligation in the sense of like, oh, okay, Heather, I see that you signed up, so now I'm going to be reaching out to you and saying, what have you done? It's not there, right? But there's a lot of on the honor system. Really, the obligation, and I wouldn't even use that. The encouragement for you would be to take the steps to really support your colleagues. And that'll be in the course, you'll see this, an opportunity to, like I said, host some curriculum planning sessions, model a lesson. So as a coach, the expectation, is that maybe the right word to use, would be that you are willing to say, okay, my classroom is open. Please come in and watch how I do this TCI lesson, right? To your colleagues. Or I would love to sit down with you and help you as you navigate through it. You didn't get to attend a training. Let me show you what to do that and how to do that. So there's not, we're adults. I'm not going to come after you and be like, Heather, are you doing it? But that would be the hope, that you take what you learn and walk that back. And I would love if you could do that with your colleagues too. I think that is huge. And again, we come back to that, thinking about what a coach is for us in our lives and what that's meant to us. And that's what we hope you can do for your district. Love it, Heather. Sign up right now. Awesome. I love it. So great. Go in there and do that. If there's any other questions, keep throwing them in the chat. We'll make sure we address those today. Trivia time. Okay, here we go. Now this is one of my favorite. This is one of my favorite movies, actually, which unfortunately for me, my own children, I have 3 of them, all summer, I'm like, we're gonna watch Remember the Titans. And they're like, we don't want to watch it, Mom. I'm like, we're watching it. We haven't yet watched it, so maybe after today we will. But Denzel Washington portrays which real life coach in the movie Remember the Titans? I'd love to see throw it in there in the chat. I'm waiting to see who's got it in there. Any fans of this movie that are here? I'm a fan of Denzel Washington in most anything that he's in, but this one for me is a good one. I believe it came out in 2000. It's a good, I don't know if, well, maybe I'm a huge movie fan, so I'll just tell you, I wanted to do it. Boone, Mary, yes, absolutely. Jamar, football, this is true. It is true. It is a football movie. Coach Herman Boone, Denzel Washington portrays him, and I believe it was the 1971 season. And the only reason I know that is because when I was researching this, I really didn't want to say the wrong thing for the trivia, even though I love this movie. But yes, Tammy, you're on it, Coach Herman Boone. If you haven't seen this, here is your public service announcement. You should probably watch this movie. It is a good one and a very inspirational coach and just a all in all good movie. All right, here we go. I told you I had one of these coming up. I want you to hear from one of our, Tammy, I love it. Your daughter can quote the movie. Such a good one. See, maybe I wish your daughter could talk to my children and tell them they need to watch it, but we're going to do it this summer. Let's hear from another TCI coach just about why they love being a coach.
My name is Kara Michelle. I am a TOSA, Teacher on Special Assignment for Curriculum Instruction in Oceanside Unified School District. My favorite part about being a TCI coach is being able to go back and support the teachers in my district with the implementation of TCI. Not being in the classroom the last few years, this has really given me the rejuvenation I need to be able to go back and better support the teachers that I'm working with.
Awesome. Kara, she's so awesome. I have a privilege to get to work with her in Oceanside, like I do with many of my districts here in Southern California, and to have, again, not just teachers, but we have TOSAs that are part of the program, lots of different people in different positions in the district level to be able to come and join and really see the benefits of this has been great. So whether you're a teacher here today or you're in admin, we'd love to have you be a part of that program. Okay, a couple other pieces, and we kind of talked about these today already, but you've got those professional development courses, and it's not just the coach program, but you'll see those other ones, the what's new and the assigning and grading. I will say this about those PD courses for your teachers. If you're here and you're like, oh my gosh, I know TCI, but what is the best way to walk everybody through it? Obviously, take our TCI coaches course, but those PD courses are awesome to share with your colleagues who maybe aren't sure where to get started. We have a navigating TCI course that's in there. So being able to share those with them, and they're right in your TCI account. So they're not going anywhere. They will live there for you. They're self-paced. You can do them on your own time when it works for you. You can start it before you rotate your laundry, come back and finish it after that. Okay. I'm thinking of laundry. My virtual background right here is covering up like a whole bunch of laundry right behind me right now. So I don't know. Guess it's on my mind. But you have that flexibility to start it and stop it as you go. Again, sharing updates with you. I know Carolyn already threw in the Facebook group link in the chat, but you can scan that QR code here. Follow us on social media, do that as well. There's a couple other things today that we want you to do. We've talked about the PD. I'm saying this now a couple times. You'll hear this today, but we would love for you to share kind of your favorite moment from the summit with us using the hashtag TCI Summit 25. Because you could, well, not because, I mean, we hope you do it just because you did learn something new and fun, but I am someone who loves some external motivation. So if you'd like some external motivation, you could win a $100 gift card plus a TCI llama for your classroom. I meant to have my llama here. I don't know where I put him. Look at that cute little face. We debuted these at one of our conferences this last year, and I will have to tell you, they're pretty popular. So you're going to want to get one. Kendall, you're in the admin dashboard. Your admin will have to give you a teacher access. Okay, Kendall and Vanessa, what I can do too is when we, in just a moment here, we'll get you in there, but your admin, your dashboard, you should be able to go up to my programs. I'm going to just do this with you right now. We're a small group right here. Everybody's okay. Let me just show you real quick. If I can go back up here. So if you're an admin, I'll just tell you your sidebar over here does look different, right? You should still though see like a My Programs area, Kendall, up here. And if not, stick around. I can help you with it. But if you go to My Programs, click on that, click on any program. Well, we'll just do this together. Why am I telling you? Okay, so you'll see, you probably won't see as many programs as I have here because I have a bajillion on here. But click on any of them. We can go into 4th grade science here. Once you click into a program, then you'll be able to see this professional development area up here. And that's where you'll be able to see the coaches program. And it doesn't matter which program you get into, you'll be able to have it there. So if you're an elementary science teacher, you'll have this. If you're a middle school social studies teacher, you'll have this. So hopefully for Vanessa, for Kendall, those will work. Oh, I see. I see what you've got here. So we got to get some rostering set up. So I'll work with you on that. And we'll send it to you to be able to dive in to get that. So we'll get that set up for you. All right. So share your favorite moment here. I'm telling you next up, but this next session doesn't start for about 10 more minutes. So we have a little bit of time here before we jump in, but you do have some sessions that are coming up, and how you join the session. Don't do this yet. Okay, so hold on there, because if you go into the other session, no one's going to be there yet. We are ending a little bit early today for a reason and for a purpose. But when it's time, you can leave the webinar here. You'll go back to that sessions just like you joined this one to hop into your next session. But what I would love for you to be able to do is to go into right now, either do one of two things, either on our coaches program page here, start with signing up to be a coach. I'd love for you to be able to do that. Or 2, go into your professional development area and start that coaches course right now. You can get through like the first part of it here, unless of course, Kendall or Vanessa, you don't have admin access, which we're going to get you set up so that you can be able to get in there and do it. But I'd love for you to go check it out, explore it, see if you have any questions, and just start taking the course. I can't hear you if you're taking it right now, so you can go ahead and go do it. And setting it up that way. And let's see, I think I did it. Take one from a teacher. Got you. All right. Well, I will send you some demo access. I'm going to set that up for you right here. I'll throw it in the chat like a generic account where you can go in and be able to do that. So I'll get one set up for you both so you don't take any licenses from your district. So if that's the case, I see Kendall is true. Tammy, it's true. For you, I'll set you guys up with some of those. And that's part of being a coach too, right? Like if there's things that you need, you're like, oh my gosh, I need an additional license. Kelsey, help me out with this. Do that, Rebecca. All right, I'm writing your name down here on it too. That is what we're here to be able to help you with. If you could all, those of you, the three of you that have said that, can you do me this favor and just throw, not to in the chat where it says to everyone, but say to me, to Kelsey, or to host and panelist. So you don't need to send it out to everyone, but throw your email in the chat and I'm going to set you up with like a generic account here in just a moment. And we'll follow up with you so you can get in here and take it. And I'll follow up. If I can't get it done in this 1 second, I'll send you an email. So I've got, perfect. I see it right here. I've got your emails. So I'll send that to you so that you can get in and be able to take this because we want you to be able to do that. So absolutely, that's part of being the coach program is we're going to set you up with the access and the resources that you need to be able to support your teachers. All right. Yeah, you're totally welcome, Kendall. I appreciate that. And Carolyn, could you do me a favor and just grab those emails for me so that I can set them up with one and follow up with an email to them here in just a little bit. All right, our 10 minutes before you leave right here. I want you to get in there, be able to go check it out. And then are there any other questions? Are there any other things that I could answer for you about what this program looks like? Maybe you have a question about Coaches Camp or anything else. I'd love to be able to hear it. You're welcome, Tammy. I'm so glad that you're here. Paula, I'm so glad that you're here with us today. So awesome. Again, and if you are like, I just need a little break before the next session, you're welcome to go ahead and go do that as well. We have so many great sessions today. We don't want you to miss out on them. Rebecca, I'm so glad it's been helpful. Dominique, I'm so glad as well. Todd, yes, so glad that you're here. Hopefully we'll get to see all of you in our coaches program. I'm really excited. It's a super fun group. We have a lot of fun together and to really support each other, right? Walk through education together. So I love that. Yes, Kendall, thank you so much for being in here. I'm so grateful for that. Carolyn, Carolyn's awesome. She's already messaged me with the emails, your name's ready to go. You're on it. I love that so much. Laura, yes, all of these sessions. So what's kind of cool is all of our sessions from the summit are recorded. So if there was one of the other ones that you missed maybe during this time frame, you're going to get an email that has a link to all the recordings. Plus, we post them on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. We'll send out a notification to everyone. So if there are any sessions that you missed and you want to join and be a part of, you absolutely can do that. Mary, I'm so glad that it was simple to sign up. That's awesome. You're in. So great. So yes, not only this session, but all of our sessions have been recorded. You'll be able to access those and to be able to go from there. So awesome. Appreciate all of you for being here. Like I said, if hopefully you have a few minutes, you can jump in, take that course. Carolyn and I will be hanging out here for the next few minutes before the next session starts. But feel free to get up, take a break if you need to. Yep, starts in about 12 minutes. I am co-hosting, so I will be the Carolyn and should probably remember, I will be in supporting content literacy. That's where I will be. With my friend and TCI trainer, Julie Minetta. That's going to be a great one for if you're a science or social studies teacher. What are some of our other sessions that we've got, Carolyn? Let's see if I go back here. Claim evidence reasoning writing. Yes. So you know what I love about this summit is all of our sessions are run by our TCI trainers. So TCI a trainer is like that step up from a coach. So some of you are here that are like, oh, that sounds interesting. Well, reach out to me. But they're either in the classroom or maybe they're retired, but they use TCI. And those are the people that when, your district adopts TCI, they will come out and train you. And what I love about the summit is these sessions are all things that they're passionate about, that they have teachers asking them questions about. How does TCI differentiate and enrich? What does that look like? And they have created all of this content for you, really based on feedback from teachers that they've heard in sessions. So I love that. So lots of things for you to be able to join next. Top classroom activities for middle school world history, lesson games, minimizing grading, maximizing fun. Lots and lots of different options, whether you teach social studies or science, for you to be able to go join and do. So we'd love for you to be able to go join those. And if you are taking the course right now, awesome. So great. And I'm glad and grateful for that. Any other questions that you have for me? Carolyn, I don't think there's any things that I'm missing, is it?
I'm looking through and I don't see anything yet. And if anybody needs a copy of the agenda for the entire day, it's now in the chat.
Get you. Best co-host ever. I should probably keep track of all the things that you're sharing to make sure I'm doing that in my next session. So I love it. Yes, here it is right here to be able to go in and do. So join us in one of those ones coming up next, which is perfect and ready to go. Awesome. Any other questions or things? Well, we're just going to be hanging out here, chatting it up. But before the next session, we'll have about 5 more minutes and then I'll close this one out. So if you have anything, any questions, throw them in the chat. Otherwise, go take a little break, start on your course, head over to our next session for us today. And we're so glad that you're here and can't wait to have you be a part of the coaches program. Love it. And for my 3 teachers, I'm going to set them up with an account here. What were some of the things, Carolyn, for you as you were listening to some of those videos and things that you like to hear from our current coaches? Anyone stands out to you?
Well, it was funny. The first thing I noticed is it looked cold in California.
It was actually so pleasant. I think it was like 70 something degrees. But we did film those outside because we're like, this is like, it looks like we're in California because we are obviously, but yeah, it was a
Yeah.
little chilly for sure.
It was great. And I just loved that people felt as though that it was easy to get in there and you're able to now help your colleagues. So that's a really good feeling.
Totally. Yeah. And that's how it should be. It shouldn't be difficult to be able to do that. We want it to be easy. We want it to be accessible. We want it to be something that is useful, not only for you, but for your colleagues to be able to do. So great. Grateful and glad that that's true for those of you that are in the chat. And I love all the people participating today in the chat, which is awesome. Sometimes it's not always the case. So we had a great crew that was in here with us today. Lots and lots of fun.
Y'all know a
right.
lot more about sports than I do, that's for sure.
I mean, I did not know those things. So I wish I could say that I did, but I did not. So there you go. I don't know. Great. Love to see lots of people that are in here. All right, we'll close this room up here in just a few minutes, but if you're welcome to continue to kind of hang out with us in here before we go on out.
Yep, they'll be opening up these rooms in just a couple of minutes at the 10:15 a.m. timeframe.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Excellent. I think we're going to try to open up well, I told Julie we'll open up our room a little bit earlier than that. So it'll be set up for people to get in there.
Yeah.
And you're ready to go.
Perfect.
Awesome. Perfect. All right. And here's your reminders about what's coming up and how to leave here and to join the next one. So I'll just leave this one up here. Did you throw that bit.ly to in the chat so that they can have it? Carolyn, if you don't mind throwing that one back in, that would be perfect. Perfect. Awesome. All right. Well, I think we're at a place where we're going to close this sucker down and we'll go, but I'm going to follow up Rebecca, Kendall, and Tammy with each of you today. So you'll get an email from me, but go ahead and leave this webinar, go set up into your next session and it'll get started here in just a couple minutes. All right. So thank you so much for being here. We look forward to having you all be a part of our coaches program. And you've got our summit sessions right there in the chat, which is perfect. And I'm going to stop my share here. And we're so grateful for each of you being here. And we'll see you in our next sessions. All right. Carolyn, see you later.
Bye all.